Good morning, everybody. Ranger Dustin here at Padre Island National Seashore, and we want to tell you a little bit about our camping options here at the beach. It's summertime, so we're having a lot of folks come out using our 60 miles of beach that you're allowed to camp on. But we also want to tell you that you want to check out weather conditions before you do. Just like before you start a hike in the Grand Canyon, you want to know what the weather's doing. There are actually conditions here at our beach that would make camping difficult or nearly impossible. It is expected to be a very active hurricane season, and so what we anticipate is a lot of coastal flooding this year. And when we experience coastal flooding, this entire beach can be inundated all the way up to the dunes. And if you imagine you've got a vehicle or a tent set up out here, you will likely wake up with water around your vehicle or tent. So before you come out and decide to camp over the weekend on our beach, there's three things that you want to look out for. The first is the phase of the moon. High tides are going to come up larger than normal during a full moon and a new moon. And that's because these planetary bodies, the sun, the earth, and the moon, are basically in alignment, making that tidal pull on the ocean even larger than normal. The second is low pressure systems out in the Gulf, like we had this past weekend with Cristobal. When you get low pressures out in the Gulf, that low pressure is going to allow water to rise up because there's nothing pushing down on it as hard. Normally high pressure systems sit out in the Gulf. So during a low pressure system, the water will rise and inundate these beaches. The third thing that can cause coastal flooding is wind. We typically enjoy a nice southeasterly breeze, but when these winds can blow in excess of 20-30 miles an hour, it can drive the water higher up on the beach. And when you have all three of those things happening at once, you have a circumstance like we had this past weekend, and that leads to a lot of unhappy campers. So what we want you to remember is that when people think of flooding, they often think of rain, but we can have coastal flooding on our beach on a bright sunny day just like this. So before you come out, enjoy the weekend in the beach, camping out here, be sure to check any forecasts for coastal flood advisories, see what phase of the moon will be in during your visit, and always follow us on social media to see any advisories or warnings that we post. So again, Ranger Dustin out here. We can't wait to see you this summer, but we want you to have a nice, safe visit. So thank you.